What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And this one, I'm going to make the interior for the or something like that Refresh Series Hospital. This is an interior, in fact. It is advised, at least, that you are able to use structure block slash fill, all of it, because yeah, there's a lot to take in with this one. Like, this could either be a 2-minute clip or I'm gonna miss half of the thing. But yeah, this this might be the biggest tutorial I've ever done as far as detailing and stuff. I mean, the rooms aren't insane, but it's still a lot more than what you should expect from anything. But anyway, I need to keep rambling somehow. That hallway's empty? Who did such a thing? Why would anybody make it like that? Unbelievable. But yeah, we got a lot of like hospital. We got WAT in here. Did you know that, guys? We got a lot of different hospital sections. I actually did my best for once to do like. Oh, those are bathrooms. Okay. Uh, I guess physical. Sure, we'll go with physical. Like actual research and try to learn a lot about hospitals in general. I don't know where I'm going. There's too many options. But yeah, most of these rooms are the same, so I'm just gonna show one. I mean, there are some different sizes and stuff, and you have window rooms, but yeah. And then these next two floors are the same as that one, and then the top floor does have something different, I think. Oh yeah, it's got more of the first floor room. How could I forget? But yeah, buckle in your seatbelts, because this will be a long one. Where is the room that I'm looking for? Is it on the other side? Oh, it totally is on the other side. Oh yeah, there's a staircase there too. Sorry, I'm like only half showing it. I don't even know where to begin, you know? Like look at this. Anyway, with that being said, I guess enjoy the tutorial, and I'll try to catch you on the flip side if I can find my way out of this darn hospital. This thing is a literal maze, except not really. I guess it's not that complicated, but too much for my little brain. Anyway, see you then. So to start off on floor number 2, I'm gonna have you do one specific thing. I guess you can keep the polished deep slate stairs and the sea lanterns and just get rid of everything else. And get out polished andesite, smooth quartz blocks, and pretty much all the same doors. I don't think it'll be mangrove this time, but it will be birch doors, it will be spruce doors, it will be crimson doors, and it should be dark oak doors, but I don't think I can find one. Maybe it's not dark oak doors. Maybe it's not. I don't see any dark oak doors, so yeah, we'll just leave them out then. Maybe we'll need them later, but I don't think so. So the first thing I'm gonna tell you to do is I guess, oddly specific step. You want to take the two elevators, the employees only closet, and the staircase here. It's kind of these like set of the little, I guess, square rooms. The employees only one is definitely not a square, but that doesn't. That's besides the point. If you take these 4 little rooms here, you want to just take the whole layout pretty much around them and bring up these smooth quartz blocks. The only thing, I'll say, bring them up by, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 should do. The only thing is the little gaps that you have on the first floor, you are not bringing those up. So essentially, the layout will literally just be those rooms. And it would probably be advised to put the staircases in the same, or not the staircases, the doorways in the same spot, and that will be, the first row of smooth quartz will be fine. The second row is where you will end up putting the doorways. So it's there, and it should be in the middle. It's in the middle of all of them but the staircase room, but the staircase room is open anyway, so you can see that. But yeah. 2, wait, no, that would be 4, right? Because, wait, no, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. Counting is hard, apparently. I don't... Numbers. That's really all. I don't numbers. Words of wisdom. So, we're just kind of starting with this because this area does stay pretty much exactly the same, so it is nice to just bring it up and get it out of the way. Because it will also, I guess, help for structure blocking. I don't really think it matters that much particularly. I mean, it will be useful to know that these rooms are kind of here. It's mainly for filling over the polished andesite and not having to recount all of these numbers out and whatever. Just kind of a little bit of convenience. Oh, I missed a polished andesite there. That's cool. But yeah, a lot of the rooms on this floor are pretty much the same. So, again, it'll be a lot of structure blocking. Oh, I actually didn't miss one. I'm just dumb. But yeah, basically, it's like, I think there's maybe 3 different sizes. I know for sure there's at least 2. But I'm trying to think if there's a 3rd or not. But we'll just structure block most of them, and I'll explain it because you will need to use some rotating and stuff for the structure blocks. Anyway, you'll have this. Now, the next step will be to just fill your entire floor in with polished andesite. Now, this will be obviously in line or just above the polished deepslate, and you can fill over the rooms here. I guess it doesn't really matter. For simplicity's sake, I probably will, because again, I'm just gonna slash fill. I know nobody would have guessed that one coming, right? But yeah, that'll just make it a little bit easier. Although for later, we will have to punch that out. Which will probably punch out the whole thing. I'm lucky that I did that one first, because I just remembered I wanted to do keep. It's not a huge deal because, like, you don't need the smooth quartz. The only room you actually do need it in is the staircase room, but we'll just worry about that later anyway. While I am actually thinking about it, you can bring the staircase room smooth quartz up an additional row. This is important just for reasons, actually. I won't explain them quite yet because they're not important. It is just mainly a structure blocking thing, because if you're not structure blocking it, you'll kind of come across it naturally anyway. But if you are, then it'll be something you have to keep in mind. So, the next step. You should pretty much have a full wall in place actually already, funnily enough. Which is, you know, this one. So you want to actually go off of the back of the staircase room here, and just going straight back, you'll place a smooth quartz block, birch door, 7 smooth quartz blocks. Hold on, I'm having a problem here. There we go. Birch door, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Guess what? You'll continue that pattern until you only have 4 doors this time, and you'll end with 5 blocks at the back. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Door 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Door, that should be number 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you look to the right, it appears that you are in line with that row of snow on the front half of the 3rd window from the back. First, second, third. Nice. Because we have rooms along, I believe, all of the outer walls except for the front outer wall. The front wall is hallway. Anyway, you'll then take that smooth quartz block and bring it right by, this is really hard to count in spectator mode, right by 10. And from this point, you will just connect it all the way forward into the elevator. Like that. Just for the hell of it, I guess, we'll get this out of the way. You will end up taking the, I'm not even looking at the right room, I'm a genius. You'll take the second smooth quartz block in front of each birch door and connect it just across left to right. And this will separate all your rooms, so you kind of know what's going on. So yeah, there's one room size. And you will notice this room, I believe, is smaller. Yeah, you see you have 4 blocks here, as opposed to this one where there's 5. This should be the standard size, the 5. Although, again, like, I'm not really sure what's happening here. I build too much and also not enough at the same time. Great combo. Anyway, let's head back to the kind of front right-hand corner. And you want to find the first blue concrete window, which should be the 3rd one here. This one. You want to take the back half of the blue concrete and extend it left with 12 smooth quartz blocks. So you should be left with 4 blocks here on the end. That's cool. Going back from that, you will place a smooth quartz block, birch door, 7 smooth quartz blocks, and then you should probably know the drill from here. Door again, and you want for this one, you want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors, and you will end with 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You'll be almost at the back wall pretty much. Just keep the pattern going until you're close. 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And notice I'm 3 blocks away. You will end up just actually leaving these 2 polished andesite open and placing a smooth quartz at the back. That is for the staircase that is in the back corner. But again, we're going to worry about that one after we've done the structure blocking, because that staircase is just annoying. I don't particularly enjoy it at all. It's got just... there's no logic behind it. I had to essentially work around the windows with it. I think that was what my problem was. I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, I really don't know what's going on. But anyway. Next step is the same thing as previously. You'll just take the second smooth quartz block in front of each birch door and connect it right. You'll notice when you're doing this, you'll end up connecting in basically into the middle of the blue concrete windows, and not the case on anything else. Also with the staircase room, you're I guess doing the same thing. Second block in front of the gap. Like so. I'm getting lost every time. I just keep... You know, I keep getting lost. Okay. From what we just did, and... Let me reiterate that because of the way that I just pointed. From what we just did and what we did before, like these 2 sections of rooms, you want to find kind of the corner to create a 4-block hallway, which should be right here. It is just 4 blocks away from this corner here and 4 blocks away from the smooth quartz block in front of the birch door. And it'll line up perfectly. You can bring that all the way back to the back wall with smooth quartz, and then also bring it left with a smooth quartz, birch door, 7 smooth quartz, and for this one, you are pretty much going all the way until the end, where you will end on 6 smooth quartz blocks as opposed to 7, where you'll end up being 3 blocks away from the edge. So again, birch door, 7 quartz. Birch door, 7 quartz. Birch door, 7 quartz. Birch door, whatever. 4, 5, 6, 7. And you see I have 6 smooth quartz here, where there's the 3 rows at the end before the wall, like so. And that looks pretty good. Not really, it doesn't look like anything. But I guess that is besides the point. Yet again, you will take each birch door and the second smooth quartz, this time to the right of them, you will connect all the way back. And again, do keep in mind the blue concrete thing that I mentioned earlier. If you connect into the, I guess, quartz below a glass pane, you're probably either have a window wrong or have messed up something on your layout here. Snow is fine. Just make sure you're not breaking the window in half. That's literally the whole purpose of those blue concrete ones. Also, you can actually take this far left smooth quartz block and connect it back. Kind of forgot about that. Anyway, you should have this. There's more where that came from, though. Because why wouldn't there be? Starting from where you ended, pretty much. This corner of smooth quartz at the far left. You will count forward from it by 3 and place another smooth quartz block. I'll just connect it left already because that's kind of what we have to do anyway, but in a sec, or at least, but yeah. You will also bring it right by 8. And then go forward with a smooth quartz block, birch door, 7 smooth quartz blocks, and I don't think I need to reiterate this pattern again because, yeah, it's the same thing. I'm telling you, it's just a lot of patient rooms. Just like this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smooth quartz is what you'll end on. And then again, same thing. Second smooth quartz behind the doors will be connected left this time. Yeah. It's a lot of rooms. And you figure this amount times 3 plus whatever extra there is. from the other floors. The middle, I don't believe, has any patient rooms. I think it should be all employees only. Unless... No, I am missing a row, never mind. So, kind of ignore that, but it's also still not entirely incorrect. If you head back to the, I guess, stairwell part, this whole row of smooth courts, you want to leave a 4-block gap moving left and just kind of place the exact same row, except it's a full row of smooth courts, there's no doors or doorways in it. Like so. Off of the front of this, you'll bring it forward until it's just 4 blocks away from the front wall, which is right there. You'll then take the front and back smooth course blocks and extend them left by 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, just making sure that it was right. I doubt myself sometimes. Although I guess I'll know pretty soon if it's wrong. And then going from, we'll call it the front, I guess. You'll place going back 2 smooth course blocks this time. Birch door. And then from this point, it is in fact the same pattern. Again, the 7 smooth courts and then whatever else is happening. And then birch door, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Birch door, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Birch door, 6, 7. Birch door, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Birch door, and then we'll end on 6 again, it looks like. Yeah. And then yet again, it is the same thing. You will take the second smooth course block in front of each door and connect it right. This includes this front block. You are double layering the front wall, and that just means, or that just makes all of these rooms the same size. Why did I place that there? Just makes all these rooms the same size. Yeah, that was a little bit of a brain move, in fact. I wasn't supposed to go there. Anyway. Just like that. If you look at it from an overhead, this means pretty much, again, all of your rooms are the same size, ignoring that poor soul right there. That one's a little bit different. But yeah. We have one more little hallway here, I guess. If you start from the front, the left-hand corner of the rectangle we just made, you will count left by 5. And place a smooth quartz block. Bring it back with another smooth quartz block. A spruce door. 10 smooth quartz blocks. A spruce door. 19 smooth quartz blocks. A spruce door. 12 smooth quartz blocks. A spruce door, and then 3 smooth quartz blocks. Wow, I'm actually shocked I got that right. Anyway, you'll then bring that back, and I guess front smooth quartz block if you so choose as well. Left by 11. And then you can't just connect them together because there are no doors on this side. I guess you could technically add one, but I feel like that's more work than just saying, here you go. A wall. Inside of this rectangle, there's no real consistency to the pattern, as you can tell. But you want to take not the front spruce door, but one back, and then you'll take the second smooth quartz block behind that door. You'll bring it left with 5 smooth quartz blocks, if I could place any of them right. A spruce door, and that's not even a spruce door. And then 4 more smooth quartz blocks. That was rough. Behind the next spruce door, you'll actually just take this first smooth quartz block, and you'll do the same thing. So left with 5 smooth quartz blocks. Spruce door, and then 4 smooth quartz blocks. Just like that. There's your second floor, third floor, and fourth floor area, technically speaking. Done. Now it's time for the fun part. Each smooth quartz block wants to be brought up by 3. And again, you're doing the, I don't know what I mean by the thing, but each... What am I trying to say here? I really don't know. Each, oh Oh yeah, each door has 2 smooth courts above it. Oh, I love words. And each doorway has the same thing happening, which there should only be one doorway. It should be that one for the stairwell I mentioned earlier that I dislike with every bone in my body. I don't really hate it that much. It's just annoying. But I wanted a staircase in the corner because I had that weird space, and I was like, staircase will fit perfectly here. Although having it up against an outer wall was a mistake for a couple of reasons, which you'll see why when we make it. You could, technically speaking, just board it off and then, you know, make all of the windows in that corner blue concrete. That is a viable option because that staircase is genuinely that annoying. But anyway, I'll be back in however long it takes me to finish this, which shouldn't be long because I'm speeding. So once you have done that, you should have this. Now, I do want to point something out. Actually, I'll start the next thing first, and then I'll talk about it because it's not a huge thing. So, I recommend switching your sea lanterns and polished deep slate stairs in your inventory just so the sea lanterns and polished deep slate blocks are next to each other. We're doing the hallway pattern again. So basically, if you want to start by doing the polished deep slate around the edges, you so can. The only spot that is kind of weird is this spot right here where it widens. Essentially, this front right hand corner here, this first one has where the pattern starts, so I'll just place like a 2x2 here and then have the sea lanterns off the sides. And then if you do 2 polished deep slate sea lanterns, 2 polished deep slate sea lanterns, 2 polished deep slate sea lanterns will be here, which then would mean that this pattern will start going here. So it'll be in the center, and then it will literally just shift over a block once the wall here shifts in like that. So let me just finish this row. I don't know if this lines up over here. It does. Nice, yeah, it does. Cool. So yeah, it is just the same thing with the sea lantern rows every 2 blocks with the polished sheep that are on the edges, and hopefully it lines up on most corners. I know there is going to obviously be one that it doesn't. For this, I actually do have it as this front right-hand corner, I guess back more of the two. At the back here, I have this there instead. Yeah, because this little short row won't line up on one of the sides. So I guess if you so want, you start by going left and then go around that way. But yeah, I'll start with the polished sheep on the edges, and then if you want to just follow me after that, I guess. So the one important thing, there are actually 3 room types on this floor. Also, side note, this, I don't have any lights in. I might have one in this, like, hold on, where is this? No, that's the stairwell. So I'm in the wrong corner. I have lights in the 3 block part, kind of just going like this. But just a couple going long ways of the 2 block lights. But yeah, you don't really have to add those if you don't want. It doesn't matter because there's really nothing over here anyway, so it doesn't matter. This 2 block is nothing. But anyway, there is the, well, I guess ignoring the employees only rooms, there's the, obviously the, you know, normal patient room. There's a smaller version of that patient room, and then there's a version with 2 beds. So yeah, just figured I would point that out because I feel like that's important, because I was leading you on to believe there were 2. And I forgot that I made some with 2 beds rather than 1. So yeah. Now that I've remembered that important piece of information, we can continue the build, I guess. gonna add these 2 rows right now, because I know they're both here. But yeah, anything else to point out? Not really. We're pretty much at this point just going to... Well, I guess we'll start with the employees only rooms because they're different. And then I'll essentially show you where each of the rooms go. Make one of each. And then from that point, we can just get to structure blocking everything. Rooms and then the floor. So we don't end up needing to, you know, make the same thing like 4 times. 3 actually, but... Fun times, fun times. And then hopefully the final floor shouldn't be too bad, because it's not huge, I mean... I guess it's still big, for all things considered, but... You know, for the standards I'd expect, it's not necessarily anything crazy. I guess that's what I get for having built LM2 and, you know, Poppy Playtime. Probably like half of this hospital would fit inside of the fricking pit room in chapter 1. I'd like to actually do that. I'd like to put either this in the Poppy Playtime world or the pit room in this world and just see what happens. Okay, so that doesn't line up either. That's just awesome. Then what do I do there? Hold on, I'll consult the build. Okay, so I just kind of shrug my shoulders and say whatever, who cares? Basically, where this is, essentially you would have a row of sea lanterns here, obviously if this pattern lined up, so you'll just have the 2 rows of polished tube set and then the row of sea lanterns here, where the second one would be on this pattern and you won't have the first one. That seems easy enough to figure out. And then I know it does line up at this corner because I'm looking at, or I was looking at it a second ago. But will it line up front to back? I feel like no. I feel like... No, actually... Will it? That's a really good question. Find out next time. I can't remember. And I'm not looking at it either, so... Oh, Lord, how is everybody feeling at this point in the tutorial, even though you can't talk to me? Just a little check-in. Break time for anybody? Yeah, I honestly can't build anything like this length just consecutively. I don't have the wherewithal to do that anymore. But, you know. Something like this is definitely good to get breaks between. I don't even know, just... Even if you're gonna play Minecraft for, say, 4 hours straight or whatever, which would be enough time to finish this. Probably, I don't actually know. But, you know, get a nice break to work on something a little bit different rather than the mundane task of making the same old sad rooms. Wow, that one lines up. I don't believe it. See if this back corner lines up. Probably not. Wow, it does. Woohoo, let's go. So ecstatic about my rooms lining up. I'll put sea lantern at the end there, I guess. Can't really say it matters, but I'm gonna do it anyway. What are you gonna do, stop me? Nuh-uh. This will take more than one structure block for the record, unless... I want to say Java added a thing where you can change the sizing of the structure blocks, their maximum size. I could be entirely wrong on that, but I feel like they did. Okay, yeah, there you go. So it does not line up at all points, but that is fine. You'll have this now. So, it's important to figure out or know which room is which. And if you so choose, you can actually use some little markings. I'm going to use white concrete, red concrete, and light blue concrete. We don't actually need these for the build, I don't think at all at this point. But I'll just mark them because. So, this whole... Essentially, the whole outside, or the ones up against the outer walls, are going to be the normal rooms, which I'll mark with white concrete. And I'll just place a row going across the fronts of them like this. Again, you don't have to do this. It'll just be helpful to visualize what's going on. Now, you'll have these 2 middle sets. The rightmost middle set is all of the regular white rooms, except for the, or I guess, yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Except for the back one, which will be the smaller one, which we'll mark with red. And then the remaining line will be the 2-bed ones, which is going to be marked with light blue concrete. Just like this. Again, it just helps you visualize a little bit what you're doing. Because if I tell you, okay, so we're going to make this room right now, then you'll know where to go. So I mark these here as the same ones as the other ones. These are actually different. They are a little bit shorter going front to back, so just ignore them entirely when we're doing the structure blocking, because we do have to come back in and do these separately. I mean, we still will end up structure blocking them, but I do tell you to do them, just don't. That's really all. However, we're not going to do any of that, because we're going to do the employees only rooms first. Just, you know, to get them out of the way. So, for the light patterns in them, are they each the same? Please tell me they're each the same. Darn, they're not. Tough. So they each have, based on the front of the build this time, which would be this wall here, each of them have the light patterns up against the left and the right wall. For the front room, you have 2 rows of polished deep slate off of the front and back. For the middle room, you have 1 row off of the front and back. I guess I'll mark it on both sides, because why not? And then for the back room, you have also 2 rows up against the front and back. Like so. And then again, you should know the sea lantern pattern at this point. It's not crazy. Anything to talk about while we're doing this? No. These are kind of just conference rooms, or, you know, break rooms or whatever. I forgot to mention that earlier, but, you know, that's what they are. All the top floors, except for the very top floor. I think the top floor is ICU rooms, but I could be wrong. It's something like that. It's either critical care ICU or something along the lines of that, because of the helipad, pretty much. But every other room on these floors is just normal patient rooms. Figured I'd put all the important stuff on the bottom floor. That felt logical to me. Although, perhaps, you know, that is a mistake. I don't know. I don't, like, go to hospitals that often. I can think of one time, and it was, like, what, 5 years ago? Something like that. I don't know times very well. No, it would have been 6 years ago, actually. Christmas Eve? Fun times. Not really, but anyway. I feel like I've definitely been... Maybe not since then, but... Other than that, I should have something in my memory. I don't know, it all kind of blurs. I feel like everything that happened before, like, 2020, kind of just wiped from my memory once 2020 happened. I don't know, maybe that's not good, but regardless, you know, that's how it is. Can't really do anything now, can I? Anyway, don't trap yourself outside of these rooms, because you need to work on them. So yeah, you can head to the front one once you finish the lights. This will be like a 1-hour floor. That's not bad. Might split it up per floor, but it would be really skewed in terms of anything, actually. For the first room, it's just a smaller version of the employees only room we made on the first floor. You want to get out stone. Stone stairs. White concrete. Black concrete. Oh, there's no furnaces. Brewing stand. Sometimes I just forget where they are. Like, I know they're in here. There they are. Tripwire hook. Flower pot. It's funny. I said tripwire hook, but I was looking for the flower pot. And then we'll go item frame and I guess glass pane. That'll finish off almost all of the counter. So we're not going to use the front wall to build anymore, because that's lame. We're going to use these 2 spruce doors on the one wall to be the front, where they lead outside. On the wall opposite of them, you will place at the left here, going right, 2 white concrete. Bring each one up by 1. And then you'll take the original row of white concrete and extend it right with 7 stone. Oh my god. Then place a stone stair facing back into that wall, and then 2 more stone. Leaving 1 black gap on top of that, you'll place a full row of stone just above it, which will also go above the white concrete. Going left to right in this little 1 block space between, you'll place a flower pot, brewing stand, gap of 1, black concrete with an item frame on it and a glass pane in the item frame. Right of that, another black concrete, and then you'll leave a gap at 2 and place a tripwire hook. You may clear your inventory and get out. Oak sign, birch door, oak slabs, oak stairs, dark oak stairs, and that should finish the room, actually, for real. On the 1 black concrete we didn't put anything on, you'll place an oak sign off the front. In front of the 2x2 of white concrete, you'll place a set of birch doors just up against it. And then start for that weird table design again. So if you take the... we'll call it the right half of the microwave, which is the black concrete. You'll count forward to the 4th polished andesite on the floor, which is this one. You'll place a... actually, you'll count 1 more forward to the 5th, sorry, and then you'll place an oak plank, which you'll bring left and right by 2. Surround this in upside down oak stairs facing away from the planks. And then off of the long rows of 7, you'll take the middle 5 stairs and bring them out with upside down oak slabs. Made that one a little bit differently. You'll place dark oak stairs off of pretty much every other block on the rows of 3 and 5. So you should have, what is that, 8 chairs in total? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it's 10. I can't do math. Still. The next room over is a bit more interesting, actually. Yeah, I like this room. This room is a nice one. Clear your inventory and get out stone. Stone slabs. Nether brick stairs. Polished blackstone pressure plates. Polished blackstone buttons. Flower pots. Stone brick walls. And paintings. So what you want to do is, if you just head through this door, you want to look straight to your left, and in this corner here, place a stone. You'll actually bring the stone all the way back along this wall, and then you will do the same thing with the right wall. Except for this one, you do have to leave that doorway open, so you'll leave the spruce door open and also the smooth quartz in front. On the left side, going front to back, you will place off of this row 4 upside down stone slabs, 2 stone, whoopsies, 4 upside down stone slabs, 2 stone, 4 upside down stone slabs, and then 2 stone. On the other side, you'll start from the front and place 3 upside down stone slabs, 2 stone, 4 upside down stone slabs, 2 stone, 4 upside down stone slabs, and then 1 stone. I don't know why I just didn't shift the left side back a block, because then it would have been even, but whatever. Actually, are they even? No, they're not in any way. So on both sides, this applies the same. Except for... actually, does it? No, it doesn't. They're in line. So you want to take the right side here specifically, and you have this row of 3 upside down stone slabs. The middle one, you'll place a nether brick stair to the left of that faces right. On the next 2, it'll be, out of these middle 2 slabs, it'll be the back more of the 2. Like that. On the opposite side, you'll have the nether brick stairs that are pretty much just perfectly in line with the ones on the right. On the stone slab in front of each of those nether brick stairs, you'll place a polished black stone pressure plate with a stone brick wall beside it, which is up against the smooth quartz walls. Place a painting off each stone brick wall. And then if you're looking at each of these, you will place a polished black stone button to the right and a flower pot to the left. If you so choose, you can actually make one of these reversed. Because, you know, this setup would imply that everybody's right-handed, and, you know, that's not the case. Although I am. I don't think I've ever actually, like, mentioned that on stream. But in case anybody asked, yeah, there you go. Anyway, you'll head back an additional room to the last one where you will clear your inventory. You will get out. Stone stairs, if I could find them. Stone slabs. Gray carpet. Nether brick fence. Birch fence. Birch signs. That's definitely not birch sign. There we go. Heavy core. Conduit. Yellow. Funny. And I guess we'll go white beds. We're, of course, one material short, but that's not really a huge deal. So in this room, it's going to be similar to that one room downstairs, which just did whatever the hell it wanted. First off, if you start from the back right-hand corner of the room, you'll count left by 1 and place a bed. Gap of 1, bed. Gap of 1, bed. From that, you'll count all the way into the back left-hand corner, and then count forward by 2. And then on this block, you'll place an upside-down stone stair facing into the wall. Right of that, you'll place an upside-down stone slab. And then right of that, an upside-down stone stair facing right. On top of the stone stair against the wall, you'll place a gray carpet. You'll leave a gap of 1 moving forward and do the exact same thing. Leave a gap of 1 again and place yet again an upside-down stone stair facing into the wall. But this time right of it, you'll just place another upside-down stone stair, this time facing right. Gap of 1 more time, and you'll copy the previous thing again. In case you want my random amalgamation of these things everywhere, you want to leave a gap of 2 from what you just placed and place a birch fence against the wall. Right of it, a nether brick fence. Then you'll count forward 2 and right 1 and place a birch. Then back diagonally right by 1, place a nether brick. Then count right 3 and back 1 and place a nether brick. I guess forward 1 technically. Then right 2 and back 1 this time, and another brick fence, for real this time, I swear. And then you will count back by 6. And you'll place a white bed on this block with the essentially head of the bed on the block in front of what you're highlighting. And then from the block you're on, you'll count left by 3 and forward by 1 to place another nether brick fence. On top of each of the birch fences, you'll place birch signs. Easy enough. Whoopsies. And then on top of the nether brick fence, you'll place either a heavy core or a conduit. I have a mixture of the two. I have heavy core, conduit, heavy core, conduit. One last thing you need to do in this room, the singular white bed in the middle of the room, you can just surround in oak trapdoors. Frankly, I feel like this would be not a fun time to transport downstairs when you would need it, but that's besides the point. This is a storage room. You can leave the storage room, and hopefully we'll remember to label these later, but they're all just employees-only rooms anyway, so it's not like it's anything crazy you have to label. You don't have to, like, call them anything insane. But we're going to start with the first of the normal rooms. And so, again, I guess just open a door and check what color it is, and you see your light blue here, so I'm going to go over here to the corner. I'll pick the very corner, why not? Let's go with the corner. The corner. If you head through the door, that will be the front wall, because, you know, we do have the confusion of where you are, because you may be facing a different direction than me. You want to start by getting out. Smooth quartz blocks, birch doors, polished deep slate, sea lanterns, stone, stone slab, white bed, nether brick stairs, and what shall we go with? We'll go with a mangrove button, sure. So to start off in this room, you want to, from the front left-hand corner of it, start by counting right by 3. Place going backwards here 2 smooth quartz blocks. And then you will count back diagonally left by 2 and place a smooth quartz here with 1 to the left. You'll bring each of these up by 3, and then you will connect the top 2 smooth quartz together kind of over this diagonal here. If you're inside this room, you'll place a birch door, not in or just under the smooth quartz, but a block to the right. You'll have it here, where it should be sticking out. So again, it kind of looks like it's open. It's weird. It's hard to explain. How would I explain that? It's closed on half of it, but it's open on the other half, so you can just slide in there. I guess there is no way to close it, although if this were real life, it would go whoop onto the diagonal, but you know, this is a game made of blocks, so that's not happening. For the ceiling, it's just one in the center of the bathroom for the lighting, and then for the rest of the room, if it's from the front right-hand corner, it's 2 off of the front wall and 0 off of the right wall, where your first sea lantern will be placed. Right there. And then you'll have this. I feel like this will be probably the longest refresh, I'm not gonna lie. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that would be, you know, more grueling than this. Anyway, you'll have this. From the front right-hand corner of the room, you can just go back and place, like, 5 stone. That's what I have. On the left wall, you want to start from this first polished andesite and count back by 2 and place a stone with a mangrove button off the right of it just because. Behind that, a white bed, which, again, the head will be up against the left wall here. Behind that, a stone slab. And then you'll just, from this corner here, count right by 2, place a nether brick stair. 1 block gap, and then another nether brick stair. I'm going to advise, instead of clearing your inventory, you put everything in your actual inventory like this. Just like slide it up a row so it's there. This is just because at least the other room that we're going to make is going to be the exact same thing, just a little smaller. So it is important that you, well, not important, but it's just nicer to keep those materials. I'll reiterate them, but, you know, keeping them is probably better. Because if you already got rid of them, it's not a huge deal, whatever. You want to get out heavy cores now. Composter. Oak trapdoor. Stone brick wall. Block of coal. Painting. Cauldron. Tripwire hook. And we'll go with diorite stair. Of course, we're 1 short from finishing, but that's fine. On top of the stone to the, I guess, left of the bed, if you're looking at it, you'll just place a heavy core. In the back left-hand corner of the room, you'll place a composter with an oak trap door on top. Again, that trash can, if I haven't said that in this video. If you are pretending like you're laying in the bed, you'll look to the right wall of this room, where you will place a stone brick wall at the ceiling with a block of coal below it. Off that block of coal, you can place a preferably 1x1 painting. Inside the bathroom here, you'll place a cauldron. Basically, when you just straight walk in, you'll place a cauldron with a tripwire hook on top. Gap of 1 in the corner here, you'll place an upside down diorite stair with a birch trap door on top, which I'll just get rid of the stair for. And again, this is the point to where I would probably just switch your 2 hotbars, or at least the row that I told you to keep, and the, you know, actual hotbar. And again, to reiterate, what you will have now will be smooth quartz blocks, birch doors, polished deep slate, sea lanterns, stone and stone slabs, white bed, nether brick stairs, and mangrove button. And you will find the singular room with the red concrete. It should be the one in line with the original stairway, and it's all the way at the back here. Just to confirm, yes. Cool. Let me go find that room on my alt account. I kind of forgot to do that. Teehee. So, in this room, it's pretty much the same thing again. Just, you're missing kind of a row of your build. And a couple things are rearranged. So, directly left of the door here, you'll place 2 smooth quartz blocks moving back. You'll then count back diagonally left by 2 and place 2 smooth quartz blocks to the left. Bring each one up by 3, and then again connect them on the diagonal on the top 2 blocks. Place the birch door on the same block as before, which is just behind this wall. I guess, oh, what's the word? I want to say adjacent. Adjacent to the door? It should be. I don't know. I hope that's right. For some reason, I'm feeling like it starts with a C, but I think the word I'm thinking of there is congruent, and that's definitely not the right word. Because that's like equal to or something. Anyway, same thing with the bathroom ceiling. It's the one sea lantern in the middle. And then from the front right-hand corner, it'll be a row of polished deepslate off both the front and the right. There'll be a sea lantern there, and then you can just do the same old pattern that you've done 7,209 times. I checked. Not really. If you've done it that many times, I'm thoroughly impressed because I don't think I've done it that many times. And, you know, I have to build everything twice. So, yeah, I guess there is no winning there, but, you know. It's fun to build once. Sometimes the second time I wonder why I decided to do this. You'll take the front right-hand corner of this room, and from this polished andesite, you'll go back with 5 stone. By the way, this is definitely one of those builds where I'm questioning why I did this. I'm starting to feel it in my throat. I don't know why. It's probably not good. Yeah, it's fine. Back left-hand corner of the room, stone slab. In front of it, again, the white bed with the head up against the wall. Stone in front of that with a mangrove button off the right. In the back right-hand corner, you'll count left by 1 and place a nether brick stair. You can just get rid of the materials this time because the other room has some different ones and I don't really feel like it's important to keep them. But pull back out the other stuff, which is, again, heavy core, composter, oak trapdoor, stone brick wall, block of coal, painting, cauldron, tripwire hook, birch trapdoor. And I guess diorite stair, which is your non-existent 10th slot. On top of the stone block to the front side of the bed, you'll place a heavy core. Just kind of in the corner in front of the bed, you'll place a composter with an oak trap door on top. Pretend you're laying in the bed and look right and place a stone brick wall at the top of the wall in line with it with a block of coal below it with a 1x1 painting off of it. Did I get the same one? It's the same one that I have in this version of the build. As in the original one. Anyway, in the front, or in the bathroom here, you'll walk straight in, cauldron with a tripwire hook above it. Other side, you'll have your diorite stair with the birch trap door on top. This room, you will not need a structure block ever because there's only one. Just figured I would point that out. However, now it's time to find the light blue concrete ones, which... It should be the ones across from these spruce doors. And I'm correct, yay. I'm just that smart. Not really. I just kind of, you know, have built this build twice and have been navigating it the entire tutorial. But outside of that, yeah, you know, I'm just a genius. So remember how I said you can just clear your inventory? That was probably a mistake to get rid of the, not the most recent set, but the set before that. Because you need pretty much everything again. Smooth quartz blocks, birch doors. It might actually be the exact same. Watch this. Polished deepslate, sea lanterns, stone slabs, white beds, and then, what was it actually? Oh, it was nether brick stairs and mangrove button. I told you it'd be the same. So, these rooms pretty much will start off the exact same as the first room we made on this floor. So, if you take the second smooth quartz left at the door, you'll place 2 smooth quartz moving back. Count back diagonally left by 2. Smooth quartz here, 1 to the left. Bring each one up by 3. Connect the top 2 on the diagonal. And then you'll place your birch door in that same spot. Ceiling should also be the same. The sea lantern in the center of the bathroom, and it should be the same where it's 2 rows off of the front wall and 0 off of the right, where that first sea lantern will get placed. Oh, I'd say I need to drink water, but I literally don't think the water is helping me at this point in time. I just need to stop talking, that's my problem. But I can't do that, can I? Front to right-hand corner of the build, you'll place going backwards 5 stone. Off the other side here, aka, I guess just behind the bathroom, you'll place a stone. Behind it, white bed. Behind it, stone slab. Gap of 1, and then you'll copy that again. You'll place mangrove buttons off of the stone blocks. I almost just said stone buttons. And then from the back right hand corner, you'll in both directions count out by 2 and place another brick stair. I'm trying to think. That should be everything. So clear your inventory and get out. Diorite stairs. Birch trapdoors. Why am I starting with the bathroom? Cauldron. Tripwire hook. Composter. Oak trapdoor. Heavy core. Stone brick wall. And block of coal. That's fine, because we'll need to get out more anyway for the next bit. So in the bathroom, again, same thing. Just if you walk straight in, you'll place a cauldron with a tripwire hook above it directly in front of you. And then in the, just counting right by 2, diorite stair with a birch trapdoor on top. That's upside down stair, by the way. Back right-hand corner, composter with an oak trapdoor on top. On top of either of the stones with the neck in front of the beds, you'll place heavy cores. In the middle of the 2 beds, you'll pretend that you're laying on the floor this time. And that's where your stone brick wall will be on the right wall, with the block of coal below it. Gotta change it up somehow. Not really. That's a lie. Clear your inventory and get out paintings, chains, and light blue banners. And that's everything we need to finish the room. You'll place a painting over the block of coal, just like that. Easy. Between each of the beds, you will take the, not the top smooth course, but 1 down and place 2 chains sticking out of the wall like so. Off of either flat side of the chain, you'll place light blue banners. I say flat side, but I guess it'd be long side. You know what I mean, regardless. But there's another room done. So, because of how much we have finished, I'm actually going to just head over a room, and I'll show you from an overhead what we're doing now. Because it's structure block time. Let's go. Not really. I mean, it is structure block time, but not let's go. So, the light blue concrete, this whole area will be that room there. Every other room is going to be that room in the corner we made. So I'll start with the light blue concrete room because it's easier to kind of work with. Place a structure block in the middle of the hallway so I know where to go. Unfortunately, I do have to break this diorite stair. I'm so sorry for the sacrifice, but it had to be done. I guess you could include the wall, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to say that this room is 7 by, what does that look like, 11 maybe? Yeah, 7, 11. It's either 11 or 12. It's... Why are the beds not showing? Did I not... You know what? It just doesn't like me. Okay, that's fine. And then again, do not forget to include your seedling. You do not want to go higher. Well, that doesn't matter as much right now, actually. But you don't want to go higher. You'll see why later. And then I'll do G. Save. And now we can go do this in each room. The white ones are a little bit more annoying. I'm going to be in the wall here. Yep. The white ones are a little more annoying, hence why I'm saving them for last. And you'll see why pretty quickly. There's this fun little feature called Rotate that we're going to be using a lot of. And, you know, if you get it wrong, it's just stupid. Plus, it's stupid anyway because it doesn't like doors. Doors and the Rotate command go together like nothing good. Like, bread and hot sauce. Actually, that isn't a bad comp. Whatever. Do also make sure when you're structure blocking that there's no rooms of different sizes, because there's always a chance. So, heading to this room, I see that it should be this corner if I just did that right. Yeah. I'm going to again go for the presumption of the 11 by 7. Because it seems like it's the most logical. And you see that it is. That's not quite 7, though. That's still not 7. That's 7. So I'll structure block this, and really it's not hard for this first row, because you're just going in each room and placing it in the back corner. Like, you know, it's kind of light work. However, for literally any other row, it becomes a bit of a problem. Now, I would recommend, actually, checking where all of the birch doors will be located. And I can, I think, do this. Yeah, see, so because none of the other rooms are facing the same way as these rooms, there's no real problem here. Well, I say no problem, I just say we're just going to move on with our life. Because I'm going to actually have you save a different structure block file for essentially each row. But not fully, because 2 rows do go by the same one. But, anyway. Just like this. Now, for this next room, should be this corner one here, you're going to make sure you place the structure block so it makes sense. So, if I'm going to load this file, right, you'll see it'll clip through this wall, which isn't really a problem. But the door will be on this side here, which means, in theory, I should rotate it 90 degrees. Now, I could be wrong here. I could be wrong. But I'm correct. So, yeah, basically, you're just going to rotate. It'll either be 90 or 270. One of the two. Worst case, if you get it wrong, you can just try again. Do keep in mind, though, if you do that, like, paintings and stuff are going to get weird. And also, check all of your trapdoors and doors, because this will happen. I don't quite understand why. It just kind of does, you know? This door seems fine, though. But I will replace this. I didn't structure block it. That's fine. I'll replace this composter, and then I'll do the same thing, except this one should be 7 now. And this one should be 11. And I can't forget the 6, because if I forget that, I'm going to cry. But yeah, so now we'll just do this again. And it's easier instead of rotating it every time, because when you rotate it every time, you, again, have the problem of having to fix all of your stupid trapdoors and doors, although I guess the doors are fine in this one. But yeah, I don't quite understand why they don't load properly. It's a really weird phenomenon that I am also quite confused as to how they haven't fixed yet. Like, with how much they've tampered with /fill on Bedrock, they have not touched the structure blocks. Like, fix that, and also the fact that they don't load structured voids, you know? But anyway, and then pretty much whatever you voice crack, whatever you rotated it last time, it should be the same again for this next one. Whenever you get there. Which for me will be now. So is it this side? And then this side and the last one have the same kind of thing going on. So again, if I do load G, you'll notice it'll kind of be eating my wall. So I don't want it to do that, so I'm going to rotate 90 and get stuck in a wall. And it might have fixed this time, actually. Nope, that one's still messed up. Structure block this time will be back where the stair was, and it'll go back to... Is that in that? And then we can finish it. It's just kind of annoying, really. It's not, like, hard. Worst case, if you really have problems, you could just recreate the room again. Oh, let's be honest, who wants to do that? I forgot to load the roof in. God. Well, back into here I go. Gonna change the Y first. I'll be back when this is done, actually, from this point, just because of the fact that I screwed up, and I don't really feel like trying to talk my way through this all, plus having a 90-minute long video, you know? Just not quite my cup of tea. So these three rascals here, same thing as before. You want to get out smooth quartz blocks, birch doors, polished deep slate, sea lanterns, stone slabs, mangrove button, and what else? It would be nether brick stair and white bed. How could I forget? Silly me. So the bathroom, or this room, pretty much starts the same as the other one. You'll count left by 2, place 2 smooth quartz going back diagonally, left 2 smooth quartz, left 1. Bring them each up by 3. Connect the top 2 on the diagonal. Place the birch door in the same position, and this time it's 1 row of polished deep slate off of the front for the main room for the ceiling, rather than 0. It's still, or rather than 2. It's still 0 on the side. Just like this. Also, for this first room, I completely forgot to mention this. When I was doing the time-lapse of filling up the walls, I did close off this corner here. If you did or didn't, have it now done anyway, make sure. But yeah, there's your ceiling. From the, I guess, front right-hand corner, actually, you'll place going back 5 stone. And from the back left, or front left, excuse me, back left. You'll place a stone slab. Front of it, white bed. In front of that, stone with a mangrove button off the right. From the back right-hand corner, you'll count left by 1, place nether brick stair. Gap of 1, nether brick stair. Clear your inventory. Get out heavy core, composter, oak trap door, stone brick wall, block of coal, painting, diorite, stairs, birch trap door, and cauldron. I guess we're leaving the tripwire hook this time. Place heavy core on top of the stone block next to the bed. Place composter in this front left-hand corner in front of the bed. And then again, pretend you're laying in the bed and look to the right wall. Stone brick wall with block of coal below with painting off of the block of coal. In the bathroom, it's cauldron straight on the side, and then again, the tripwire hook above it, and in this corner, upside down diorite stair with birch trap door on top. Apologies for speeding through that, but, you know, we've made enough of these, I think, at this point. And now you'll do the thing where you place the structure block in the corner and make the room size. This one is like 9 or something. I think I noticed it was 2 blocks shorter when I forgot that it was 2 blocks shorter, you know? Yeah, it is. And it still isn't showing the bed. That's so weird. Because it's loading it, right? She's the wrong way. Guess we'll make sure. I haven't really paid attention. Oh, I'm in the wall. Yeah, it's loading the bed. That makes no sense. I should have checked the rotation of the bed. That's definitely something that would be messed up. Yeah, I guess beds just don't exist. Maybe it's because of the way they work. Hope that room's already done. So yeah. That's all of your rooms done. Let's get the labeling out of the way before we do the, I guess, the rooms that are the same as the first floor rooms. So you just need a dark oak sign, or a lot of them, and then glowing sacks and white dye. And also oak signs, actually. I forgot about those. So above each of the 2x2 doorways, you'll place an oak sign, go down a line, and type stairway over both halves. Preferably not stairway. We need the W. Every spruce store has to the right of it, well, there is no spruce store here, but there will be. You'll place a sign saying employees only on the second line down in all caps. Like that. Now, for the birch stores, this is kind of up for your own interpretation as to how you do these. However, I'll explain to you how I coded them. There's really only one requirement. I started from the front left-hand corner, this particular room, and I placed a dark oak sign. I went down and I typed just room, and this one will be 100. So the one signals that this is floor 2, I guess. I know that doesn't make sense, but I just forgot about that until now. And then from this point, each room will just literally count up by 1. And you can do this however you want, really. I'm going to actually just Control-Alt it so I, have the data. And I can just go boop, 2, boop, 3, and, etc. There's really no right or wrong way to go about labeling these. This one is kind of scuffed because you'll notice when you hit the hallways that go across, you'll end up having to double back to them. And they'll kind of apply differently. But I have the outer wall being, these. And then I'll actually remove this one and get a new one with data. So I can do 111, 112, 113. And I'll do a brief intermission for the stairway here. But yeah, this is how I ended up doing it. Do keep in mind when you structure block this floor up, you will have to redo, is it 14? I think I should be on 14. Yeah. You will have to redo these signs, or at least just change the first number on all of them to whatever the next number will be. Either a 2, a 3, a 4, or maybe a 7 if you're really feeling extra. And this will be 118 here, correct? And then if I just trace this around, I'll make this here 119. This, like, first hallway. And then I'll just kind of swerve between hallways from this point. Again, it's really not a good system. I'm actually going to go front to back in each of them because I'm pretty sure that's what I did originally. So this should be 23, and I'll also label this one employees only. While I'm here, killing 0 birds with no stones, because there are no stones involved. Nice try, though. Why didn't I take the data for that one, too? That would have been smarter. Eh, whatever. Smart isn't always required for these tutorials. Sometimes it is, but this is not necessarily one of them. I just need to know generally what I'm doing and have the memory to remember what this build looks like and how everything works. Although with a build this big, that is kind of easier said than done, I guess. And I'm going to end on, I think, 28, unless there... Is there another row? I feel like there is. No, there isn't, because this one... these employees only rooms take up the entire side, right? So I can actually check on my account in the other build that I ended on 128 here as well. Which I did. That's good. You never know with me. I might just somehow miss like an entire row, or somehow double up a number, or backtrack and be like, okay, so this is 118, 119, 110, 111, like I would do something like that. Anyway, let's head back to here. If you remember how to do the elevators, brilliant. You can just do them again. So, for the elevators, you need polished deep slate stairs, sea lanterns. We're going to get out polished deep slate blocks so we can get the the storage closet done. You need polished blackstone button, crimson door, gray carpet, light blue carpet. And this time we'll get out a dark oak sign with a glowing sec because I forgot about this before and I just kind of want to reiterate that it's here. So again, between the two 2x2s, you'll place polished blackstone buttons, crimson doors off of the fronts. Inside each one, you'll place gray carpet around the edge of the floor with light blue carpet in the middle 2x2. And then you'll place upside down polished deep slate stairs kind of in a square around the outside above the tops of the walls with sea lanterns in the middle to create this effect. And I think it looks pretty cool. I'll kind of just like whip out a random ceiling pattern like this every once in a while. I don't know why I do it, but I guess just to, add some sort of fanciness to certain rooms. Here's where it's different. Just to the left of the door, we'll call it, you'll place a dark oak sign in line with the top half. First line, you'll just type a 1. Second, a 2. Third, a 3. And fourth, a 4. And you'll right-click with the glowing sec. This is the little thing where it's like, oh, which floor do you want to go to? You can add another sign below for floor 5, because I do realize it's not on here. But yeah. And if you want to do it on the bottom floor as well, you probably should. I'm going to go do that, actually. If only I could have... I'll just punch through, who cares? I'll probably punch it all out anyway to explain it. I know that's dumb, but... Bleak. And... Blunk. I don't know why Lefty is open. Such... It's so, so unprofessional of me. That wasn't the word I was looking for. Just what came out of my mouth. So... now that I got the truth out of the way, you want to head into the one employees only room on this floor we haven't done, and it's the closet. If you did, or if you remember this from the bottom floor, it is literally, I believe, the exact same. Yeah, it is. Polished sheep set around the outer edges for the ceiling with the sea lanterns in the middle. I love the way sea lanterns look. Never was a fan of them, but recently I've started really liking them. Them and the frog lights are nice. Shroom lights and glowstone are not it. I mean, they're not terrible, but just... You wouldn't use them under any normal circumstances. Anyway, you need stone stairs, cauldrons, water buckets, and oak fences for this room. And a spruce door. I almost forgot about that. Back right-hand corner, cauldron with water, and then an oak fence above. The full left wall is taken up by upside-down stone stairs, so you'll place 3 upside-down stone stairs at the back facing forward. Same thing on the front, but they're facing back, and then just connect them with ones facing right. Place a spruce door in the doorway, and bam, that's that little area done. Let's focus on the stairwell here. If you head over to it, I will actually tell you where you can keep polished andesite if you so choose. So you want to, first off, clear your inventory if you haven't, and get out polished deep slate stairs, polished deep slate blocks, polished andesite blocks, which you kind of might not need, actually, and torches, and that should be everything. So, you will leave directly inside of the stairway room these first 2 rows of polished andesite. The back, what is this, 5 you can destroy. Like so. If you pretend like you are walking into the stairway room, before you fall off the edge to your demise, directly in front of where you are, you're going to staircase down. So you'll place polished deepslate stairs behind these polished andesite. Upside down polished deepslate stairs below. Then stairs behind, upside down below. And you'll keep doing this until you have 2 blocks available at this side here, where you'll have the upside down stairs still, but you'll stop there. You'll then place 2 rows of polished deepslate here up against the wall, which will go all the way right. And then you'll just start staircasing down from this point as well. Just like that. And then you'll do a similar thing here to where you'll take the polished andesite, the right side of the polished andesite up here, and place upside down polished deepslate stairs behind. Stairs on top, upside down back, stairs on top, and then you'll stop when you have a 2 block gap with the stairs on top. And then you'll place your 2 rows of polished deepslate against the wall. And I would keep going until you're in line with the top row of smooth quartz that we have, which will be right there. You will stop. Leaving a 2 block gap, I guess, where you can, because, well, you can't here. On the 3rd row of smooth quartz up on the short sides of this room, you'll just place torches on the left and right, like so. I'll do it on the bottom floor as well. I don't know if I did originally, but... So yeah, there's the stairway room. As mentioned before, the one in the back right I am leaving alone until we have the whole build done. Just because, or at least until we have the 5th floor marked out. I don't like this staircase. It annoys me. But anyway, you can now get out a structure block, and it's time to structure block this entire floor 2 more times. This is a fairly easy step, dare I say. So, you want to just pretty much find the back corner of the room, or of the whole thing, which should be that really weird, like, line over here, this little crevice, and you'll just place a structure block. You'll make sure your Y is 6, unless you don't include the floor, but you actually should for this, so then if you embed it into the floor, it'll still be 6. And you'll just make your X and Z both 64. Like so. You'll name the structure whatever you so choose, and I would literally just pretty much dig straight up and copy it 2 more times. Make sure you don't eat the ceiling because, you know, you kind of need that. And then I'll do this 1 more time. And also make sure you don't go more than 6 because you don't want to, it put me in the room. That's rude. You want to make sure that you don't take away the Cyan Terracotta, like, helipad landing. Actually, you won't. No, you will reach that. Never mind. I'm dumb. And then pretty much just wherever this ends, either in any place, it doesn't matter. I'll just take where the staircase is here. And I guess I'll put it here. Sure. I will end up having to remember where that is just because, you know, I don't want to take anything. And you can actually take the outer walls this time. Because they are the same on all the floors, it just doesn't matter. But I'll make sure that I put it here. And then finally here. Just make sure if you go too far like that, you don't end up, I don't know, taking a bite out of some other important part of your build. But yeah. And you will have to do 1 more for the front as well. So yeah, do keep that in mind. How do I get down there? Just this. This is what I'm doing now. This one should also all work in 1, I'm hoping, unless something catastrophic goes wrong. No, not 56. I don't need that many. Thanks for your concern, but I think I'm fine, game. Like, oh, I did just take away the A, or the plus. That's fine. I'll put that back. I'll actually show you how to put that back if you just did the same thing that I did. How about I need the whole thing? I probably did. Yeah, I totally did. Nice. It is, hold on, let me turn into spectator on my alt account. It is on the front, and it's just kind of to the left of this, I guess, top, is it the top side? Yeah, it is this top right window. You'll just be destroying these 2 polished deepslate slabs, and that's where it starts, and then you'll go kind of like this. That's a little bit of an oopsie. But anyway. Once you have done that, that is your first 4 floors done. We just have the 5th one to do, which really isn't all that bad, for all things considered. Alrighty, so the 5th and final floor kind of gets the best of really all worlds. We have some, I believe it's some ICU, some surgery, some just regular patients rooms, and also a good bit of employees only rooms. Now, before we start, there are 2 things I want to talk about, and I love how I just forgot. Never mind, I got them both. First off, I want to confirm this, because I feel like I did this wrong. Okay, yeah, these signs in the elevators, I did them reversed. The 4 should be at the top, because that's how floors work. It would be 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Just, you know, a little bit of a minor mistake, but I did kind of realize that, okay, sure, where is my cursor? Okay, well, this sign is permanently broken then. But yeah, I would probably go through all the floors and fix that. Also, while you're doing that, the rooms. These, how they're labeled 119. Again, you should probably code these based on floor. So if we go all the way down here, this I classify as floor 0, just because that's how that works. This is 1. This would be 2, so essentially all these would become, like, this one would be 2, 19, etc. I'm not going to do this because it doesn't matter for me. I already have 1 finished one, so who cares? And then, you know, this would be 300. But yeah, definitely do fix those elevator signs, which I'm also not going to do. And yeah, that's pretty much where you should start. Or you could alternatively finish with that. If I remember, I'll throw in a little thing saying, do this at the end. But we're going to start with some simple layouts here. And the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is the stairway in the back right, along with the other stairway and the, like, elevator and storage closet here, all want to be brought up again. And this is pretty much the same thing. This one, the best way to go about logically thinking about this is it stops 1 row before you hit the cyan terracotta. And again, make sure you do know the position of the doors. You will just connect the top 2 smooth quartz together, according to my calculations, above where the door should be. If you don't get the door positions, it's not a huge deal right now. Just kind of they're in the middle of these rooms, these little ones, and then the staircase, it's against the wall here. 1, 2, but yeah, this is just kind of, it's mainly actually for when we just slash fill the floor so we can kind of pinpoint where these rooms end up situated. But other than that, you know, nothing crazy. It's not hugely over important. But it is kind of nice to have. I guess the other side note you should keep in mind when doing this is the doorways end up being 3 tall right now because of the fact that something with the polished jeep said that I kind of already forgot. I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, with the polished andesite floor, duh. And don't forget the one in the back corner here. This one's easy. The not the staircase. What? The thing is in the middle. I'll actually close off the bottom. No, never mind. No, I won't, because that needs to be andesite. Forgot about that minor detail. But yeah. And then if you have white concrete, just ignore it, I guess. Just like this. Never mind, I missed the back. I'm so smart. Almost there. Just more like this. I would probably do the middle walls before you do the outer walls, just because of the fact that you only have 1 block at the top to slide in there. Just finally, okay. That only took me longer than it should have. Anyway, there you go. Now I suppose we should get all of the doors and stuff, shouldn't we? You need spruce door, birch door, crimson door, and I feel like that's it. I don't think there's any dark oak doors on this floor either. I guess so we're a step ahead. Polished deep slit, sea lanterns, and we'll get the oak signs out of the way, I guess, and also can't forget polished andesite. So we'll just have an empty slot, I suppose. Same thing as before, fill in your entire floor with polished andesite. Don't forget under the doorway here at the back. So I guess you do need dark oak doors actually to replace these. But yeah, don't forget about this one because it's important. And then again, for the slash fill thing, it's fairly easy. This room actually is, or this floor is actually just a square, so you can go corner to corner. Like this. And don't forget keep, because, you know, that's important. And I'm going to actually punch out both stairways completely. Just so we have them open for later. Which we could actually get them out of the way. I might toy with that idea, actually. Just so we don't have to do them later, because realistically we're going to have to. Oh, it's filled in on all floors. Oh, I didn't know that. That's unfortunate. Whatever. Oh, I'm going to also remove this, actually. I'll make it gray. Whatever. Yeah, I'll make it all gray. Just for consistency, because I know this is left as gray, so might as well just keep it there. I guess on cue, you can just go above both stairwells and write stairway on a couple of oak signs, preferably typed properly. Oh my lord, what am I doing right now? There we go. Same with this one. Nice. Let's also get the layout out of the way. Now, first things first, this corner where the elevators and the stairway meet, you will just kind of, I guess, section this off to create a right angle. Just really placing a row of smooth quartz connecting them. Now, if you leave just from this row going left a 4-block gap, you will then proceed to place 11 smooth quartz, not polished andesite. Like so. Going back, you will then place 3 smooth quartz, a birch door, and then this pattern should seem familiar. 7 smooth quartz, a birch door, 7 smooth quartz, a birch door, and I believe you continue this all the way down, but it might change at the end, so let me just confirm before I lead you astray. Yeah, no, it is just that the whole way down, and you'll end on 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and again, you'll be 4 away from the back wall. And without really needing to give you the number, you can just rectangle this area off, which would mean essentially connecting the front right and back left hand corners together with a couple of full rows of smooth quartz. There's no doors on these sides because these rooms take up all of it. And again, as has been the case before, I'm looking at the wrong section, but bear with me here. You'll take the second smooth quartz in front of each door and connect it across, which will include the front door. You will be left with this little gap here. That's not really a huge deal. It's there. But you can kind of just disregard it because I said so. I don't know. There's a couple of those weird gaps in this hospital. I think there's a couple on this floor. Well, actually, yeah, there's a couple like in this back area of the staircase. But I could be wrong. I might be thinking of the previous floor. It all kind of blends together. Anyway, you want to come to the back right-hand corner of this little rectangle you made and just leave a 4-block gap moving right, and then place a smooth quartz block here. You'll bring it forward by 1, place a birch door, 10 smooth quartz, a birch door, 11 smooth quartz, a birch door, 8 smooth quartz, a birch door, and then you will just connect forward from there, which the number should be... It should be a row of 10 in total. So it should be a row of 10 in total, and you'll end up having 2 smooth quartz there. Oopsies. I had that doorway shifted a block, which screwed over everything. That was terrible. Anyway, yeah, that's that row. Also, you'll take the backmost block here and just connect this all the way right with smooth quartz to that corner of the stairway. And so we're actually going to kind of ignore this for a second, and we're going to move over here, and we're going to focus on the windows, kind of, for this next step. Not quite yet, but we'll use them in a second. So if you head to the side of where the little storage closet and elevators and stuff are, you should have a row of 6 smooth quartz, like this. You'll take the backmost one and bring it right with a smooth quartz, spruce door, and then 2 smooth quartz, and that will be just that back blue concrete right there. Now, if you head, I guess, on the other side of this doorway, you will count to the first, second, third, fourth, and then the 5th window, which will be this one. So you'll have, essentially, if you don't include that window, you'll have 4 in front of you and 4 behind you, except that one is cut off at the back, but that's besides the point. You will take the front row of snow here, and, well, specifically the smooth quartz below it, actually, and you'll extend it left by 7. Then place a spruce door, and then 8 smooth quartz. You will then connect this all the way forward just to create a room. And you will be left with this weird space here, as I was, in fact, correct. That's good. Don't actually block this one off, because, well, we will block it off, but it's not quite where you would think. There's actually a 2-block gap between the wall for this front room and the wall for the stairway here. So you'll place the row of smooth quartz right there. So you have this kind of 7 almost? J? Something like this. It's fully 2 rows. You could, I guess, put a hallway here or something, but I don't really see the point of that, because why would you? But anyway. Then what you can do is you can head back to the room you just kind of placed the spruce door, and you want to head to this spruce door at the back. You will count to the 3rd smooth quartz to the left of it, and just extend this all the way back until it hits the back wall. Now, from this point to section off all of these middle segments here, we will start at the front, and you may have already had this, I'm not sure how I edited this, but you'll end up having these, you'll have 2 rows of polished andesite available just kind of on the back side of the stairway, and then this 3rd row you'll connect across. For the doors, you will take, not the backmost door, because that one doesn't matter, you'll take the 2nd birch door, or the birch door in front of it, and you'll count behind it by 2, and on this smooth quartz you'll connect it across, so it's just the 2nd one behind. For the other 2 birch doors, you'll take the 3rd smooth quartz behind, and then connect it all the way across. One of them will end up connecting perfectly in line with this wall where the spruce door is, so yeah, just so you understand that everything is correct. Oh, that was way more of a struggle than it should have been. Anyway, You will do the thing again. You'll bring all of your walls up with 3 rows of smooth quartz blocks. And this will make it a little bit more annoying to navigate than it was last time. However, yeah, we'll be there. And I'll just talk about this right now because I guess this is the most logical time to do so. Hold on, I just, like, lost my train of thought. The rooms on this floor, I believe, should be the same size as the rooms on previous floors that are the same thing. Which, really, all that means here is that we should, in theory, be able to just structure block those rooms and put them again up here rather than having to do the whole floor. I will have to confirm that before I say for sure that that's the case. But if I understand it... Thanks. If I understand it correctly and made this the way that I think I made this, then that should be the case. But yeah, I'll finish off the walls here, and I'll catch you back in a minute. So, yeah, there's all the walls done. And I am, in fact, correct in thinking that every room is, in fact, the same. I'm going to place the crimson doors in the elevators, actually, while I'm just thinking about it right here, and the spruce door in this doorway. But anyway. So, yeah, pretty much everything except for the employees-only rooms on the far right, we will have to do those, and obviously we'll have to fix up the stairways and elevators and everything. But, yeah, all of the surgery rooms, patient rooms, and the, I think, singular ICU room all are the same, so that'll make our life a little bit easier. However, it's time to do the thing, which is the... What is the thing, actually? Is this employees only room the same? No, it's bigger. The ceiling lights. So, again, if you know, or if you've made the hallway, which you have, you should know what to do here. It's the polished heaps that are on the edges, and if you want a corner to start from, I'm gonna pick the front right here, where I'm gonna start my sea lanterns. I'm actually gonna start the sea lanterns before I even finish the polished deep set. Why? Because I said so. But yeah, polished deep set around the edges, pattern of 2 polished deep set, and then sea lantern row in the middle. And the one exception, or one thing you do need to keep in mind when doing that, is the corners preferably should always be a little square of polished deepslate with sea lanterns surrounding it on all sides. Again, won't always be the case, but if it is the case, then that's always better for us. But I will, I guess, live update you as I do this here. So, like, I already did that way, which obviously there's not going to be a problem there. And I've got a feeling there is going to be a problem here. Because wasn't there one on the last floor or something? I can't remember. Okay, there's not a problem there. Surely this floor isn't the magical one, is it? It might be, actually. It very well might be. Although now that I say that, it's gonna, like, explode or something in my face. And then it'll be, like, look who's wrong. It would be me, by the way. So yeah, the front line's up, and I just don't remember. I could really check, but... Nah. But, like, no. So, order of operations here, I guess, will be... We're going to actually label all of the rooms next. And then once we label all of them, I will assist you in the structure blocking. To be like, here's the room you need to go find, and here's the room you need to... Or where you need to put said room. Oh, yup, I figured as much. So, the back left corner does not line up. So, what did I do? I just kind of shrugged my shoulders and pretended like it did, I guess. The other thing you could use is this middle hallway here, because this... No, that actually also won't line up, now that I'm thinking about it. If the side doesn't line up, none of the ones going the same direction will. That's unfortunate. But yeah. So I guess the back pathway just has a mind of its own. This floor is definitely, I think, the simplest. I mean, it's the smallest, so that would check out. Funnily enough, even though one took the longest, it is smaller than every floor but this one. Only because of that little section that sticks out on 2, 3, and 4. like, over the entrance, you know? So yeah, there we go. There should be the hallway lights done. Just for the hell of it, we're actually going to do the employees only rooms as well, get the lights in here done, because these are fairly simple, and it's not like there's any reason we should hold off from doing them. So in the first employees only room, which is the larger one, it's a row of polished deep sight off the left and the right, and the sea lanterns will just start at the front from there. So sea lantern, 2 deep sight, sea lantern, 2 deep sight. These aren't too thick like the hallway ones, because the hallway is built like that, I guess. Quite literally, it is literally built like that. That's very ironic when you take into consideration that this is a game made of blocks that you do in fact build in. But yeah. I think that's just makes Minecraft so interesting. It really has 2 vastly different modes that, I mean, yeah, they can obviously collide. Looking at what some people have created in survival, I could never. But you have like the creative building part, and then you have the survival, explore, and fight things, I guess. I don't know. How would you consider that? I would consider it fighting. By the way, if you for some reason finish faster than me, I'll reiterate it when I get there. The other room is actually the opposite, funnily enough. It's one row off the front and back and 0 off the sides. That's funny. I didn't realize they were like that. Oh my goodness, I'm not... Why are you doing this? This game doesn't like me. Any other important things? No. How's everyone feeling here? So again, other room, you go through and you put a row of polished deep sight at the front and back. I apologize if I'm being vague sometimes with these, you know, I can only build these so many times before my head explodes. But, yeah. These are always the fun tutorials to do. These take me like a week. I mean, this one was like 4 days, I think, of actually recording. Day 1, I didn't even work on it, so that doesn't count. The actual day 1 would have been, I think, half of floor 1, and then day 2 is the rest, and then it was day 3 for the full other 3 floors, and this is day 4, I think. So yeah. I feel like it was only 3. I feel like I did 1 not the way that I said, but whatever. Anyway, there's that, I guess. Let's do room labeling. You, I guess, can clear your inventory and get out dark oak signs, glowing sex, and white dye. So, every spruce door will be labeled the same way as they have been before, which is just employees only. You really only have to worry about these 2 because the other ones don't matter. They're kind of just, you know, there. Because they're all inside of other rooms, so you don't have to worry about necessarily putting a label on it to say, hey, this is this. So, if you head all the way to the left now, this left pathway is all just room. So, I start from the back, and the backmost one is room 400. And I guess another also thing is, pretend like reasonably you would come out or come in from the helipad under dire circumstances. And, you know, the first room you would see would be 400 here, so that is 400. And then again, 401, and it should end on 405. There's not many rooms up here, but there's enough. 403. 404. Heh, that room isn't found, I guess. Bad joke, but whatever. And then this other pathway, I believe it's the front 2. Yeah, the front 2 are ICU and the back 2 are surgery. So, yeah. Boy, I sure do love typing incorrectly. That's funny, there's only one 404. Glad to know all the other rooms have been found. Because with the way I labeled these, you'd expect there to be more, but I guess with how small this floor is. There you go. I did 401 and 402. I should have done 400 and 401. Lord. Okay. So, yeah, that's literally the labeling done. Let's actually get the structure blocking out of the way. I was going to save it for last, but we might as well get it out of the way. So if you get a structure block, for the rooms, aka the normal patient rooms. So for the first set of rooms, which are over on the far left, you literally just head down a floor, and when you go out the stairway, turn right, and it'll be this first room. So 119 will be my example one here. And I'll just go in the bathroom, and it should be 9 and 11. I inverted them, I think. Wait, no, I didn't. That's wrong. It's 7, not 9. 9 by 7. There we go. And then Y should be 6, and label it G, or whatever. If you label these as different ones, then that's great news for you, because it means you don't have to spend the time going back and forth structure blocking. But if you're me and don't care and label everything as G, then, you know, you have a little bit more work. And when you're loading, make sure, like, if you have the walls included, then you have the walls included. If you don't, they're not there. But if you load it, you will be able to tell if, you know, something went wrong. Either you took out a wall, or you weren't far enough out into the room because, well, the ceiling. But yeah. So just as a reminder, these are the shorter ones right here. They're not the 11 block ones that are around the perimeter and stuff. It's just like that inner row near the stairway on the other floors. On this floor, it's an outer row, I guess, but it's not technically the perimeter, because I was picturing like against the perimeter wall, you know, and these aren't. That's the hallway's job in this floor. So yeah, like that. Pretty easy. Next up, we'll do ICU, I guess, because it's also, well, it's also actually right next to the stairway. If you head all the way down to the bottom floor, which you'll need to be down there twice here in a short amount of time, you'll head right and go into either the first or the second room. It really doesn't matter. And you'll place a structure block. I think this one is of similar size. What is it, 9 here? Ah, it's 8. It's 8 by 10, I think. Isn't it? Hell yeah. I did something right in this build. And then, yeah, you'll just end up loading 2 of these. Okay, these are not fun to fly up when you're trying to be quick. So I'll head back here, and I'll load this in the corner. G, and as you can see, I have my ICU room. And then there's another one. That weird sound, I think, is the paintings placing. And then the final 2 are surgery rooms, so you will have to head all the way down yet again, and you should be able to find those. They're all the way against the wall, or follow the labels. Just go, like, straight forward from the staircase, and go a little bit left, and you'll see these surgery centers, so you'll head down here. Ignore the spruce door, and I guess just come into the first one and place this. This room is a little bit bigger. I want to say it's like 11? Okay, no, it's 10 by 11? No, it's more than that. What the hell is it then? 13? I feel like it's also more than that. It's 14. Unless it's not 14. If I see the composter, then I'm right. Okay, I don't see the composter. 15. Ah, why are these rooms so big? And then you'll just take this and make it 6 and label it whatever you so choose. And there are also 2 of those which are just next to the ICU rooms. So yeah, and again, you could just go back and forth or rewind the video to make them again, I guess. Should have started with the whole layout, I guess. Ah, I went too far. This middle row. And then again, if you place it, you will notice that nothing is going to get destroyed, which is typically what you want. Make sure you don't get too high for these structure blocks either, because then you'll start eating the ceiling, and we like our ceilings here, so don't do that. Anyway, that's most of the rooms done, other than employees only and finishing off the stairways. I think. Oh yeah, elevators too. Let's do the employees only rooms first, because those are different, and then we'll end up finishing off the build with the stairways and the elevators and everything that's kind of mundane. If you clear your inventory, you will get out stone, furnaces, white concrete, stone stairs, iron trapdoors, birch doors, cobblestone stairs, brewing stand, I still can't find them for some reason. I use them more and more often, and I still can never find them. And tripwire hook. So if you just headed to the door, you will look to your left and count to the 4th polished andesite. So first, second, third, fourth is right there where you'll place a stone. You'll bring that stone left by 1. Then left with 3 furnaces, a stone, 2 white concrete, stone in the corner. You will then go back with 3 stone, a stone stair facing into the wall, and then you will end with 11 stone. Like so. We'll just kind of go one at a time and go over these sections. So starting with the furnace, you'll place an iron trapdoor on top of each furnace, and then on top of each iron trapdoor, you'll place a cobblestone stair, which will end up being just placed there. The white concrete, you will bring each one up by 1, and then place a set of birch doors off the, I guess, back face. Above the stone stair here, you'll place a tripwire hook. Leaving a gap of 2 going back from that tripwire hook, you'll place a brewing stand. This entire row of stone can be replicated, leaving a block between it and this next row you're placing, just up against the wall, floating. It'll go above the white concrete as well, but it'll just look like this. Clear your inventory and get out. Black concrete. Item frame. Glass pane. Oak sign. Oak slab. Oak stair and dark oak stair, and also don't forget the composter and oak trapdoor. There is so much oak for this room, it's crazy. Just before the edge of the counter here, you'll kind of leave these end of 3 stones alone, and on the next 2 going left, you'll place black concrete. If you're looking at it, I guess it's forward. On the left one from this perspective, place an item frame with a glass pane in it. Over the right one, you'll place an oak sign. From the glass pane bit of the microwave, you will trace this out to the 6th polished andesite. So 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and then you'll count 1 more to the 7th and place an oak plank there. So you'll have a 6 block gap there. From this oak plank, you will bring it right by 1 and left by more than 1. Should be 3. Surround this in upside down oak stairs. And off of the side rows of 7, you'll take the middle 5 and bring them out with upside down oak slabs. And then again, the same thing as before, where you're placing dark oak stairs off of basically every other block. And in, we'll call it the back right-hand corner of this room, place a composter with an oak trapdoor on top. Doesn't particularly matter where, just I have it there. This last room should seem vaguely familiar. Before we clear our inventory, though, just head inside and head to the back left-hand corner, which is this one. You will count right by 3 and place a composter with an oak trapdoor on top. You'll see why it's in the middle of the wall later. It'll make sense. Clear your inventory, though, and get out. Stone. Stone stair, or stone slabs, excuse me, not stairs. Polished black stone pressure plate. Polished blackstone button. Flower pot. Stone brick wall. Painting. Nether brick stairs. And we'll go with polished tuff. I have to remember where it is, though. Okay, yeah, it is where I thought so. So you want to start along the base of the wall on the right side and just place a full row of stone going front to back or back to front, whatever you choose. Going this time actually front to back, you'll place 3 upside down stone slabs, 2 stone, 4 upside down stone slabs, 2 stone, 4 upside down stone slabs, 2 stone, and then 4 upside down stone slabs. From this point on each of these rows of 4, you will end up starting from the second stone slab over, or on the row of 3, you will just start from the first one, and you'll go across and place a polished blackstone button, polished blackstone pressure plate, and then a flower pot. And then also for reference, it's a 3-block gap, and then again, button, pressure plate, pot, button, pressure plate, pot, and then button, pressure plate, pot. Up against the wall where each of those pressure plates are situated, you will place a stone brick wall. And off of the stone brick wall, you'll place a little 1x1 painting. You'll then, where each of those pressure plates are, just kind of to the left of them, you'll place another brick stair facing right. Love the mid-video yawn. From the left wall, starting from this first polished andesite and going every other one, you'll place 2 polished tuff moving up from the floor. You should start on the first and end on the last, like so. Get rid of any material and get out stone buttons, and you will just place stone buttons off of the right side of each of these, which will be... These are like filing cabinets where they have... Wait for it? Files. Insane. But yeah. Anyway. If you have made the elevators from before, it's time to go back over there and do this again. Which you should have made them before. I hope you did. So, just as a refresher, you need polished deep slate. This is also for the storage closet, by the way. Sea lantern. Polished deep slate stairs. I guess we'll start with the storage closet. So, cauldron, water bucket, oak fence, stone stairs, gray carpet, and light blue carpet. So again, in the storage closet, for the ceiling, it's 2 sea lanterns in the middle, surrounded by polished deep slate. Back right-hand corner, a cauldron with water in it with an oak fence on top. Left wall is the shelf, so it's the same thing with the upside-down stone stairs at the front and back, and then the thing in the middle, the stairs in the middle connecting. For the elevators, head inside. The floor is gray carpet around the outer edge with a light blue carpet in the middle, or a 2x2. Ceiling is also a 2x2 of sea lanterns in the middle with upside-down polished deep slate stairs around it, all facing towards those sea lanterns. I would do this in both before we clear our inventory for the next step, just because it's easier to... God dang it. It's easier to not have to get back out these materials. You can then clear your inventory, and you need a polished blackstone button. You need the dark oak signs with the glowing sacks. And actually, I think that's everything to finish these. So just left of the door inside here, you'll place a sign going 4, 3, 2, 1, each number having a line of its own. And then you'll place you'll right-click with the glowing sack. I did it right this time, guys. In between these, you'll place a polished blackstone button, just like so. Is one of my... Never mind, I'm just dumb. I thought one of my doors was wrong. But we're good. If you clear your inventory, the only thing we have left should be the stairways. Am I correct to assume that? I think I'm correct to assume that. So clear your inventory and get out polished andesite, polished deep slate stairs, glowstone, or sorry, sea lanterns. Why the hell did I say glowstone? Torches, nether brick fence, and we'll get out polished deep slate slabs because I'm pretty sure we need them for the other staircase. And then we'll just leave these 2 open because we'll probably need to do some fixing of certain walls. So first off, in the staircase, you can just bring the replace polished deep slate stairs going up here, and then you'll have 2 full rows of polished andesite, just like that. These right two polished andesite you can place nether brick fence, just kind of covering like so. The ceiling in here is polished deep slate off of every single wall, which is, you know, left, right, front, back. And then a row of sea lanterns at the front and back from there, and then it'll be 3 rows of polished deep slate in the middle. I do also have the torches on this back wall. I don't have them above the door on the front, but on the 3rd row up on the back wall here, just the torches there. And that should be the stairway done. You can just kind of walk down it here to make sure that everything is good, which it should be. Now, I will head from the 5th floor to this back right-hand stairway. And you want to just break the polished andesite on what should be the 3 floors below you. Or the 2 floors below you. I'm sorry. The 3rd one will end up leading down more than you need, so it's just not important. But yeah. Break all this and just expose the walls and everything. This will kind of help us get situated here. With everything. So now you have this. So the first thing I'm going to tell you to actually do with this is just kind of fix up these walls. So what I mean by that is the 2 outer residing walls, if that makes any sense, have the gray concrete strips. That's fine, you can leave them there. Everything else is going to be smooth quartz for these outer walls, like where you have the polished andesite visible and the smooth quartz and everything. Yeah, you want to make sure that is neither. It wants to be smooth quartz. And if you did what I did on the 1 floor and made the gray concrete go all the way around, that's dumb. Why did I do that? Probably because, you know, that would have been a logical step, but whatever. It's not how I have it, so we'll roll with what we have. Just like this. Nice. Now, if you start from the bottom, from this doorway, you'll kind of leave a gap of 4, and on this 5th row of polished andesite, you'll place polished deepslate stairs on the right. You'll end up going up, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total, so just up diagonally back with 4 more. 1, 2, 4. And then you'll connect to the wall with polished deepslate. We actually do not need slabs, I lied. You'll connect these polished deepslates left and then bring them forward by 4. Place upside down polished deepslate stairs here with regular polished deepslate stairs on top. And then the end 4 rows will all be polished andesite. Make sure you also have upside down stairs underneath these bottom ones here, but rinse and repeat from this point. So upside down polished deepslate stairs coming out here just because, and then you'll have the rows of stairs until you're just 2 off the end pretty much. Which I can't remember if it's 4 or 5, hence why I didn't give you a number, but it's 5. And the polished deepslate here. Head out by 4 rows on the left. Another little stairs going up, and then 4 rows of polished andesite here. Now what is that, one more time? Yes, one more time. I am living life on the edge with this one because there's no barriers literally pretty much anywhere. Except for at the top, like where the other stairway had. But that's kind of basic, so you should expect that. But like, you know, on these straight parts, there's nothing. You just have to hope you don't fall. I feel like a hospital is the worst place for that. To not have any sort of railing. Anyway, don't forget the 2 netherrack fence here at the top. Ceiling in here is fairly similar to the other one. It's polished deep set around all edges except on the front and back. You'll end up with 2 rows rather than 1. And then it's a row of sea lantern at the front and back and a row in the middle. And then you'll have 2 rows of polished deep set between each row of sea lanterns. And this one has the same thing going on with the torches to where the 3rd row of smooth quartz up, or maybe snow because it's visible. You'll have torches. I, yet again, don't have them on the top, but I do have them on every other level. And, yeah. Do I have them under? I shouldn't have them under, but you never know with me. Yeah, no, I don't. That should, in theory, be the refresh hospital done. I don't think I'm missing anything insane. I mean, we can do a fly around and just double check, but yeah. That was certainly something. Hopefully the other refresh won't be this absurd. But, you know, this was a nice one for sure. Yeah, that is all the rooms, in fact. So, yeah, once you have done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Refresh Series Hospital Interior complete. Oh, man, I gotta get out of here, though. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think of this one, I guess, in the comments down below. I think this might be my favorite refresh so far, personally, but, I mean, it is kind of big. I like big builds. And, yeah, thank you guys so much if you guys did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.